This morning on Loveworld Plus.
All right, good morning to you and yours. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful Friday, as a matter of fact, and day number 24 in this awesome and beautiful month of prophecy. How are you doing today? I trust you're good, you're excellent, moving forward, and you are flourishing with everything that comes with that package. My name is Zoe Okafor. It's a pleasure having you today. Okay, welcome back there. Beautiful, beautiful music, and especially instrumental music. What did you think?
So, you know, music that speaks to you, that's the way I call it. A lot of messages in that rendition that if you just sat down, you know, it would just sip into you. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Absolutely. And yes, we did have AitySax, and she, of course, is in the house. Yay! It's so great to have you on our set again after a very long
Yeah,
time.
very long
now.
time. A lot has happened, you know,
A lot has
since the
happened.
last
We will get
time.
to that
Get to that
part later on. But really, how are you?
I'm
how have you
excellent
been?
and full of glory.
Excellent.
Beautiful,
That's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so so you know, because it's really been a long while since you were here last. So, for those who probably never really got to see that one, you know, let's get to know you better.
Okay.
We know you're AitySax. That says a lot.
Yeah.
And how did you start out on that journey? You know, let's talk a bit about that.
All right. Thank you so much for having me here once again. All right. Initially, I was, you know, playing in my dad's church. He's a pastor, and we used to pick up this instrument as kids. You know, children get fascinated when they see something making beautiful music, and they want to get involved. So I got involved with the clarinet. It's a wind instrument, and also drums. I tried keyboard. I eventually tried everything until I fell in love with the saxophone. That was 2006, and it's been from glory to glory ever since. It's an instrument that I can express myself with. I sing, but when I'm playing the saxophone, I don't always want to sing because I can play the imaginations of Christ that is coming in my spirit out through the saxophone. So that's actually what has made me stay in this
Okay, so
instrument.
when you were learning how to play it, was it like tough? You know, because when it comes to instruments that you have to use a lot of energy, you know, like the trumpet, you know, like you have to blow sometimes when they're playing the trumpets. I get a little concerned, you know, you see their
it's not as
cheeks
easy as it looks.
bulging
you know,
and everything. So how, was it tough? Like when you
It
were
was
learning?
slightly tough. Not slightly, it was a lot tough.
Okay.
Okay, because growing up, the doctors diagnosed me as asthmatic.
Wow.
And I'm grateful I met Pastor because it helped me. His words mentored me to help me overcome the challenge. And sometimes I would play and I would have an attack afterwards because of the stress on my lungs. My nose would bleed, but I would still keep at it. I was like, you are not relevant. I only know the dream that I want to, you know, become a saxophonist. So yes, it was tough. Rib aches, cheek aches, lip aches, scars. But by God's grace, it's gotten better, and now I do it effortlessly.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a saying that if you don't blow your trumpet, nobody will blow it for you.
Yes, that's true.
So,
Okay, so how has it? Are you involved in teaching other people how to play this particular instrument?
Yes, I teach people at the LMA, Loveworld Music Academy. I teach people who want to aspire to play saxophone. And right now we are 3, and we're increasing. Yeah, if you notice during the ministry programs, you know, our band is now getting bigger.
Yes,
We hope to be larger than that before the year runs out. It's flourishing, so there's no limitation to our rising. Okay, so yes, I put children through, adults, and also anybody that's interested in learning, I teach as well. Yes.
Okay. So, you know, a lot of times people come, the people that come are singers, you know, so we always ask them this question, so how do you write your songs? You know, what inspires you? But this one is just instrumental. So how do you write your melodies? You know, how do you write what you want to express and put that into music? How does that work?
I don't know if it's very different from singers.
Okay.
Because many times, before you can get a melody that is unique, you have to have stayed in the place of prayer, study, meditation. And I don't know about many other instrumentalists, but myself, when I'm wanting to play some new scales and do some new melodies, I speak in tongues, I pray, and while worshiping, like Pastor says, from the known into the unknown, melodies just begin to come out. Movements just begin to happen, progressions just begin to flow. And the Spirit of God has taught me to stay with a particular kind of inspiration whenever I want to play. Now, sometimes I get the beginning to the end of the song.
But the middle is...
No, I get,
okay.
I get
Okay, beginning to the
everything at
end,
once.
okay.
I just turn on my recorder and I get everything at once. It's just by the Spirit of God. He has the ability to make things plain and simple and help us to pour it out and get it documented.
Okay, before I let Henry ask you questions, you know, the clip that we watched earlier, that was you. Where was that, you know? And
Okay, that was in Cameroon, Douala.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a concert, LMEM concert there, where we won a lot. We won 400 souls in that concert. That was last year, March. Last year, May, sorry. It was very strategic. It was during their reach out campaign. Yes,
how was that? You know, how did you feel, not just ministering, but also have people respond? Because we saw the responses of the people. You know, they were lifting their hands in worship, and they really connected. Even while I was watching, I had some tinglings. I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. You know, so, I mean, how...
Funny enough, I always watch the video and see people respond.
Yes.
But when I'm playing, I'm just playing unto God. Whenever I'm ministering...
You're not conscious of, you know, your environment as well. You're totally consumed by what you're doing.
Speaking melodies unto the Lord. Wow. Because if I look at the people, I may get too excited and deviate from my chord. So when I see the video, I'm like, okay, thank you, Jesus. Because you got them to get, like you said, tingling and to get inspired, you know, by the ministration.
Okay.
So tell me, how long, if I wanted to learn how to play saxophone, how long? You know,
so you're willing to be my new student?
Well,
that's awesome.
I've always, you know, had an affinity for guitar because you can take that anywhere. But it seems this saxophone as well is you know, can be a companion. You know, you know. So how long does it take to learn?
3 months maximum,
3 months.
with a minimum of 6 hours daily practice.
6 hours daily.
Yes, for you to maintain your tone and get your fingerings right.
Wow.
Are you up to that?
Yes.
6 additional hours
He's ready,
of practice with what you do currently?
Man,
okay, you think
that's
about it.
Serious, that would be a serious major sacrifice right now.
But then, yeah, I mean, if the passion is there, the love is there, there's really nothing that you cannot do. And it's beautiful.
True. So, saxophone now, what are you... how do I put it? What are you looking at now for the future? Any future projects, you know?
Yes, like the female band that I just started, it's called Oan, which is the Greek word for coming into being. So I believe this is an era where the Spirit of God has unleashed in, you know, like he said, his love much more than ever before on the world, even even when the devil is thinking he's gaining ground, but we are gaining larger grounds, you know, through his love. And Pastor strategically said something February. He said this is the year of the singing church, the driving church, and the church. I think I turned it upside down, the joyful church, but I picked the singing church. Yeah, because yes, we will make more statements and win more souls. That's just my project and my drive. So with the female band, it's catchy and it has the ability to attract anyone who, you know, would not really otherwise know that we are gospel until they come close.
Common phenomenon.
Yes,
exactly.
and then find out that, woo, we're gospel, and then they stay and they get born again, because that's the most important thing. And then also I have personal projects. I've been doing some work with other artists, ministry artists.
Collaborations?
Yes, collaborations, as Pastor instructed.
Okay.
Because we are following our man of God.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, there was there's a short, like 30-second clip, you know, that I think it got played at the beginning, that actually shows your one of the rehearsal sessions of the female band. If you can have that very quickly, take a look at that, because you know I do want to ask some questions. It's pretty unusual to have an all-female band. That means you have the lady playing the drums, the keyboards, and whatever, the bass guitar, and lead guitar, and
then
all of them are ladies. Okay, so let us know when you have the video ready so we can take a look at that. That's amazing. Where did you get them?
By the Spirit of God. I've been trying to pull them together for like 2 years, and then this year, it just happened. Yes. everyone just got free, and they were like, okay, yeah, we're ready, we're ready. You know, even happened so well that on 31st night, one was calling, I want to be a part. When are we starting our project? You know, it's just by the miracles just started happening.
Wow.
Effortlessly. Effortlessly.
So as a band, because you already told us your personal practice or rehearsal that you do with the sax. So with this band now, how often do you practice?
We do every week, once a week, all-night sessions. So we just do one all-night session. That's like 6-7 hours, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. You know, and we cover all the songs we want to.
Okay. Have you been able to get out yet? You know, like
We've
minister?
done 1 or 2 ministrations, but it was like outdoor, like we said. But we're going out for outdoor crusades. That's one of the things we're. Yes, outreaches. That's exactly one of our targets. But yes, we're also doing collaborations with some ministry artists, and when we are out, you'll see us live with them. Like that song is a clip of Bigger Than Yesterday, though it's not complete. But yeah.
Okay.
First usual.
All right. Well, it seems they're having some slight hitches with that, but it's fine. Okay. So let's get to something else. I remember the last time you were here, which was about 2 years ago or thereabout.
Yes.
You were not married. Now you are. And that's a huge...
Let the cat out of the bag. I was going to tell her what
I was
happened,
waiting for you to ask the question. You were not asking it. So
Yeah.
so I had to ask it myself.
Yeah.
So talk to us about it. You know, how has that changed? And, you know, now that you have a family, you know, how is it doing this when you were single, when you were alone, and now that, you know, you have a family?
Now that I have a family, I am more focused. I don't know, some people say they get married and they get...
Distracted.
Yeah, it's not working for me. Like, my husband's like, when have you rehearsed? You're supposed to be in church. You know, he's following up on me, making sure I meet up my rehearsals, making sure he tells me he's my manager. And I agree, he's my manager. So he follows up on every ministration, everything I need to do. He's been awesome. He's been awesome. And I thank God for him. He's like
That's key.
a big
I mean, there's
plus.
nothing like, you know, you having the support of
And actually
your
marrying your
spouse.
manager, you know, that's...
Well, that hasn't worked out too well for some.
Some people, true. In history, yeah.
I mean, we're
So
different.
don't think that, you know, she had a motive, okay, for marrying him, okay.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
That's beautiful. Okay, do you have some other questions?
No. I just, you know, I was overwhelmed by the rendition. The music was so deep, and you know, I could see different messages in that music.
Okay.
I could see a message of revival. I can see a message of hope, you know, for a hopeless situation and God coming to the scene. You know, it was just ministering, you know, in so many ways. And like, wow, I love instrumentals. Maybe because of my orientation background, listen to classical music a lot.
Absolutely.
So listening to that saxophone was just talking to me, you know.
Well, the Word of God does talk about musical instruments, you know, the cymbals and even the trumpets, the harps and all of that. So yeah, musical instruments very, very important in the worship of God. I quickly want to ask this, because it does appear to be such an energetic instrument to take hold of, you know. Do you have to eat before you play? Can you play that on an empty stomach? You know, I mean, what has to happen nowadays?
But before, if I don't eat,
She's tamed, she has tamed it.
Your eyes turn in your sockets. Okay, wow.
But not anymore. I can.
You've tamed it.
Yeah, I've tamed it. I can be on a 6 to 6, and I'll still play like 4 hours in a program. You wouldn't even know. So yes, now it's been tamed. But before, you know, I must eat.
You're like, oh. That's beautiful.
So any other instruments you play apart from this?
I play drums. Yeah, sometimes I feel up for the drummer in church. People don't notice.
Wow, you don't strike us like the tomboyish kind of, you know, it's like women who play.
That says a lot.
Okay.
Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so as we are wrapping this up, you talked about some of the projects, you know, that you're currently handling. Are you looking at an album, for instance? Is there something in the offing with that? A video, perhaps, music video? Talk to us a bit about.
Well, both
what
of those
are you
things
planning?
are actually on way. The album project has begun. It's like an EP, and it's just an EP of 6 songs. So it's going to be coming out in June.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes. Then the band, that side, we're still trying to compile our collaborations and then also release it with the approval of the artist. Yeah.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay. All right. Apparently that video is ready. Let's just quickly see it and see, you know, who and who is part of that all-female band. And it's called what?
Oan.
Owan.
Owan.
Owan, meaning
Being.
being. Okay. Okay, I did see someone on the keyboard there. I saw someone on the drums. Very interesting. You know, and you know, they look like they're going to take this very far. I mean, you have to be willing to take this, to see it more than just a hobby.
Yes.
You know, that this is something that I want to be doing long term in my service to God and all of that. That's beautiful. So video is in the offing.
An album
An
project.
album is in the offing. You're working with a musical band. You must lead a busy life. And then I heard you say you're
she's-
working as
she's
well.
Very, very busy.
I actually own a company.
Oh, okay. So how do you
Cope.
She dropped the bomb on
do you
us.
By the
juggle?
Spirit
By
of
the
God.
Spirit.
Absolutely.
I
by
just
the
go by
grace-
the Spirit of God, really.
Okay, by the Spirit of God, and you know, by the Spirit of God, there's a lot crammed into that. You know, that's
Yeah.
just a summary. So
Yeah.
we need to see how to get.
Absolutely. And okay, before we really do wrap it up, do you have anything that you look out for when you consider who to collabo with? For some people, you know, they may not just flow with just anybody. Are there particular, is it a particular style that you're considering, or the individual, or you know, what
Or is it
are
a
your
spirit?
what are your
Is it
considerations?
spiritual? Is it
I will go with the
spiritual?
spiritual thing.
Okay.
I like
Because
that.
we can collaborate with drummers, hip-hop artists, congas. We've done a collaboration with Brad Solomon, funny enough. I'm
Okay,
sure
the
he's been,
percussion.
yes, and it was just percussion and music. So we can collaborate with anybody, any genre, be it African, Fuji, all the collab. Yeah, we can, but the most important thing is that spirit of the person, like he said, must sync with us. And that is actually sorted out in the place of prayer.
Okay.
Because when you pray together, the sync
Pray
happens.
together, it
Yes.
happens.
So in the midst of all this, how do you spend your spare time?
Is there
Is there or is there spare time? Okay, she's
Spare time is in
it's
sleep.
sleep time. Can you imagine? Wow, wow.
That's night time.
Yeah,
Spare time.
So in this industry, who inspires you in the musical industry? Who is the person that says, "Oh, wow, this is somebody that keeps me going"? You know,
Okay.
it's
I have
inspiration.
3 people actually.
Okay.
Number 1 is a gospel artist, Kekwe. Yes, he's a saxophonist and he has stayed with gospel for over 25 years and he has
Wow.
not bent.
He hasn't
He has
been
not
able to be
bent.
seduced by the world.
Even when he was recorded by a very well-known non-gospel record label, but he didn't bend. They even dropped him for not bending. So he has been he's been the person I learned from, I've rehearsed with. And number 2, the very person I can hold here, Deacon
Yeah.
Ralph,
Oh, right. I was waiting
my
for
boss and
that.
mentor.
I was waiting for that.
And then Sister Sinach.
Oh,
Those are my most fabulous mentors.
oh, beautiful,
good mentors to have, especially in the house?
beautiful.
Okay, IT. So before we let you go, I'd like you to talk to, that man, that woman watching right now, I don't know, maybe different things are going through their mind, like, whoa, I want to do this, or maybe they're just admiring, you know, what you are about and all of that. You know, if you've got any words for them, you know, like something you want to say to them.
Okay. Thank you so much for admiring. But I want to encourage you that no matter what the situation is, no matter what you're experiencing, the challenge is just a stepping stone to your blessing. Keep believing, keep focused, keep being focused on the path that you want to achieve, because therein lies your success.
Okay.
Oh, nicely put.
So you've heard it
Nicely
from
put.
AitySax, and you know, we truly do also admire and support what you do. It can't be that easy, but we've also seen you stay with it, you know, over the years, and that says a lot. You know, a lot of people staying power when it comes to staying power, especially when it comes to learning instruments. A lot of people, you might see a lot of people at the beginning, I want to learn this, I want to learn the keyboard, I want to learn this.
Some begin to fall away by the wayside.
By the end of the month, maybe just one or two are left, you know. So thank you so much for staying with this also, and for being a role model as well, you know, for aspiring musicians, instrumentalists, especially when they're female. We don't see too many ladies playing musical instruments, and I don't even know why that is, you know. But it means it's possible. We can do it. You can do it if you want to. It's not an exclusive men affair. No, it just has to do with you and what you desire, what your passion is. So thank you very much for showing that ladies can do this too, and do it very well.
She's turning
That's all.
this into
I
a
didn't
lady
mean
scene.
to. All I'm saying is,
I'm not sure, I'm just kidding.
all I'm saying is, you don't have an excuse. You know, there's no limitation. If you want it, you can have it, and you can be it. So thank you very much. IT will be looking out for more from you. And you know, let us know what you're doing.
Yeah, so keep in touch, you know, keep in touch, and we will definitely keep in touch as well, because we need to hear some more of that sweet, sweet music. Soothing music.
Okay, that's about that. So